my original intentions for my short film was supposed to be a psychic a psychic film about a little girl who goes to see a psychic, but I chose to change it due to the fact that I don't think I was that developed within my skills to take on such a big project that I had in my head to do all these different effects. I think I'm very prone to thinking ahead rather than thinking about what I do know, what I need to learn, and in the time and space that I have. But other than that, let's move on. My short film is called Claymates, and here it is. Claymates compares with my original intentions for the film, as it does portray what I intentionally wanted it to be: two claymates, or two clays, finding something special between them, and you get to see that love story grow gradually throughout the film, or stop motion. It compares with professional projects I've researched, such as Morph, Pingu, those sort of kind of stop motion-y clay things. You know, those little short funny ones that you see on BBC Three, those sort of things. I did take ideas from Morph. That's kind of where my main inspiration came from. The little orange man, he kind of, you know, got stuck on my head as Morph, and the little red girl, she kind of came along with the idea. The project fits with the brief My City, as it's two people or two clays who, a clay male and a clay female, who find love in a London park, and they just they find love in London, and that's how it fits in the brief My City. It's my city, and they found love. Its technical qualities would be it having motion graphics, it having things like I love you and them talking, a fireplace. It has various attributes about it that is very child friendly and very playful. It's not a harsh film, although it does have quite a shocking ending, but it plays out to be quite nice. So I kind of thought about the technicalities about my audiences and who would, you know, watch it, or who I would want to watch it if I was thinking about going into this sort of industry, and just really considering about how far I would go and how much motion graphics I would actually put in it, as I didn't want to just put too much and then overpower the film and take away the message itself. Its aesthetic qualities would be, as I said, very child friendly. It's very playful. It's not overcomplicated. It's not too harsh. I did aim for it to be quite, you know, fun and, you know, not very serious. It's not a film that you would want to call or put in a specific genre. It's not a thriller. It's not a comedy. It's not anything like that. It doesn't have any audio on it. I feel like that kind of adds to the dramaticness and the storyline itself. You don't need audio for something to hit you in the heart. And I did kind of go for a heart-wrenching storyline, I guess. You know, Clayman dies. It's style. It's very out there. It's not something that I would have ever seen myself immersing myself in. Stop motion, I've never tried it before. It's my first time doing it. I'm very happy with the outcome. So with the styling, I kind of winged it, really. I did put quite a lot of thought into it about how I would want it to come out. I'm one of the people who don't necessarily, you know, think about it a lot. I like to experience it first and then think about it later. I like to put myself in the project and kind of learn from my mistakes and get it right as I go along. My production skills developed as I had two very special friends who helped me, and we all pulled together to help do it, as we all filmed in the same sort of area, our short films. So a kind of production team formed, and we got the job done, to be honest. Generating ideas, I got help from peers, I got help from my tutor, my teacher. Planning, I did mind maps, some short stories that I could run past in my head, and kind of, I wanted it to be, as I said, heart-wrenching. I wanted it to grab someone in, and well, not only grab someone in and make them sad, but grab someone in and kind of play with their emotions and make them happy, but then make them sad, but then at the end make them happy again. Preparation, I really did prepare for this. I did know that it was going to take a lot of time to kind of take the pictures and maneuver the clay itself. I knew that it would be a lot of work. I knew that I would have to put a lot of my time in actually putting it into After Effects, and actually putting it into Premiere first, and getting the time right and setting the time settings perfectly so that it could run as a very, very good stop motion film. My time management worked in my favour in some forms, as with other people they filmed theirs. With mine, it was very photo based, as it's stop motion, and I found it hard because I had to place them strategically to make sure they looked good enough to be called a stop motion, because I didn't want it to necessarily look like a slideshow. It had to look good. I monitored my work progress by doing logs and writing short diaries and learning from my skills and developing and generating ideas as I go along, especially with the motion graphics. I was quite stuck for ideas, I must be honest. I was stuck for ideas as of what to input into the short film, but I did get there, and I did hopefully put enough in there that would portray what I've learned and what I have gained from this experience in making Claymates. My creative ability developed, as I said, by me learning from my mistakes and me getting help sometimes, because everybody needs a little guidance. They can't just do it themselves. I mean, although some people can, but some people need a little bit of a push. I could have improved this by doing a lot more getting to know stop motion itself. I did just think of the idea and think of Morph and think of how they would have done it and think of just going out there and doing it. I would have really liked this to be my first idea, as I did spend a lot of time dilly-dallying with the first idea, as I mentioned earlier, with the psychic, and that honestly did not work out in my favour. I really feel like that would have been a complete waste of my time. The storyline didn't work, the script sounded terrible, but as soon as I got the idea for Claymates, it all started running forward and it all started to make sense, and I just wanted to go out and film it, or take photos, I should say. More concise storyboards. I did one storyboard, and that one storyboard was enough for me to kind of picture it in my head. The bench, that's the most iconic scene in the short film. That's where they both meet, that's where they both click, that's where they find that they are soulmates or claymates. Sketches, it being me doing some very nice concept art. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I really did like making concept art for Claymates. I loved drawing the little woman and the little man, and it being very playful and very sort of like a cinematic poster, those sort of things. I should have done more research into other ones, as I did take into account Pingu, Morph. I took into account little short films that I found just gazing around on YouTube. So I should have really got more immersed into that. Others liked my work. I haven't really shown it to that many people, as I don't necessarily feel the need to. I've shown it to friends, I've shown it to family, I've shown it to Kerry. Yeah, you know, they've loved it. They've said it does have a nice message, and it is a great film. And for someone who's just started out in trying something very new, it's something I would have never seen myself doing, as I said. I loved it. I would love to do another stop motion. I'd love to, you know, take this chance again and grab it by the whiskers and actually do a lot more and make it a bigger project. I'd love to do a longer film. I feel like I'd love to do more characters. I'd love to do a voice, you know, voiceovers and, you know, more. But I guess this has inspired me to expand my outlets in what I really want to do in life, and I really do like stop motion, and I'd really like to take this further. So, yep, that's it.